Why is it important to tell the difference between uh, rehabilitation from drug addiction and Christianity and salvation? Why is it important to tell the difference between these two things? Right, my answer is why that's important to me is because I lived that life. I landed in Church of England. I was doing 12-step recovery outside of the Church of England, and the people around me were great, loving people, very supportive, very friendly, loving, encouraging. They would do the old Church of England calendar every year, and we would do all that stuff, and they would celebrate my rehabilitation. They would celebrate it. They would hold me up, lift me up in prayer, I'm sure. They were behind me, like house groups, prayer meetings, a little bit sort of house groups. Let's call it house groups. I was confirmed in the Church of England, all that sort of. I was even baptized underwater in another building where we hired the building, and I was fully submerged like the Baptists do, and so that authentic, and he's old life is gone and all that. And there was a slight difference there. They didn't have like the evangelical biblical understanding, maybe, or if they did, they didn't speak it. They didn't speak like an evangelical Bible believing Christians. They lived like evangelical Bible believing Christians. They were great people, lovely people. They're very important part of my history. So I didn't hear about I must be born again. Yeah, I didn't hear that I'm called to repentance. I didn't hear really the nature of sin. It wasn't explained to me. I was loved. I was loved. Yeah, and that was good for that time. So I was baptized before I even was born again. I was baptized before I'd repented of my sins. I was baptized before, I was given like these rehabilitation talks of, now this is what I used to do, a long list of all the things I used to do, and I could say A, B, and C right now, and you'd be like, yeah, I've done that. Oh yeah. That don't make you a Christian. That's not salvation. And do you know what? I ended up going back out there in various forms. More drug addiction, I guess, and but it wasn't so much the drugs; it was then sex addiction, because I didn't know those core things. So the next video is going to be talking more about the differences. Why, what's the contrast? What's the other one? Well, salvation's the other one. And you might sort of go, oh, whoa, God, you might even be like on a recovery journey yourself, and you're like, well, God saved me from addiction. And yes, I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm not saying he hasn't done that. Yeah, there's an overlap with recovery, rehabilitation, and Christianity. There can be these overlaps, but I think it's important that we identify the two as distinct chapters in a person's life. So watch this space.